I know yeah, a little. I'm hoping for yeah.
So first about your race.
Yeah.
All right. Looked very clean. You had a job to do. You got it done.
Definitely, yeah. We wanted to get that big Q, and that was the whole goal. And I'd spoken with Jerry and Pascal about not having to try and go run 9:15 if we don't have to. So when the two of them kind of took off, I felt like it was best to let them go. I think my fitness is there to be with them, but at least at that pace we'll see, on Friday. But yeah, wanted the big Q, and I felt great out there. It's the best I've ever felt running 9:25, so I'm pretty confident going forward.
Tell us about the special challenges of getting prepared to run on a day like this.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot harder to stay warm and stuff, and you could easily hurt a hamstring or something with our event in these temperatures. So lots of layers, and luckily, I have a lot of experience training in weather like this, so I felt like that gave me a little bit of advantage. Thank you, Portland, for that rough winter for today. So yeah, I feel good walking away.
Do they need to change the qualifying with? I mean, there's only 3 winter qualifiers, and each need 6-time qualifiers. I mean, do you feel like it would make more sense to have like 4 and 3, or just 5?
4 might actually make a little more sense. If you looked at the heat today, there were definitely 4 of us, I think, that were separated from the rest of the field, and so I did feel like I was in kind of a little battle with Aisha to get that big Q, and I'm very confident that if I would have been 4th, my time would have gotten in, and maybe that was her thought going in, but I think 4 might make a little more sense with how strong the front maybe 12 are in the women's steeple right now.
How do you define success in the final?
Improving upon my place from Rio. Last year going into Rio, my only goal was to make the final, but it was a little disappointing to come a 1/10 of a second away from top 10. So that's definitely in the back of my head, and just to try and hopefully it goes fast, see how fast I can run. I am just so far beyond in fitness than I was at pre, so I'm really excited to see what that equates to. Pre was kind of a surprise running 9:19 because we didn't know what to expect, and with all the changes this year, with switching to Jerry and everything, was kind of like so hard at the beginning, and I've really the last 6 weeks taken off, I feel like, and run a lot of PRs in practice, and so I'm hoping that translates to a PR in my actual event.
How enthusiastically were the Bowerman women watching the men's final?
Oh, we were ecstatic. I mean, I am so full of inspiration this week. I mean, Emily getting 6th and running the way she did, and then Amy turning around and getting a medal. We were still in St. Moritz when that happened, and Shelby and I were just exhausted from just the amount of emotion that was in that race, and then seeing Evan yesterday. So I'm really excited to build on that momentum that we have going, and that Team USA has going, and my Bowerman teammate has going as well.
This year was a little hard switching to Jerry at first. What was difficult about it?
Just the volume of training. I'm sure everyone knows by now my high school background. My college background was very conservative as well, just because I was so far behind coming in, and so we took things very slowly. Coach Butler did with me, and so I think, it was just kind of a shock. And I think Jerry at first was he told me he was a little worried in the fall because I was so far behind, I think, what he expected, and things slowly started to click. And my college coach, Coach Butler, had just given me the advice that just to buy in no matter what and trust, and that's what I've done. And it's been wonderful. Jerry and Pascal have just pushed me to a whole nother level, as well as my teammates. I'm finally learning how to actually train with people, which hopefully will lead to learning how to really put myself in the race.
Yeah. If the weather is better for the final, how fast do you think you can run?
They've thrown around that I think I could be close to 9:10. We'll see. I haven't heard the latest. I kind of had a surprise workout that went really well, so I don't know what Jerry's thinking, but I definitely think I personally think I can get really close to 9:10, for sure under 9:15, and that's kind of been the whole goal this year. I knew I was in sub 9:20 shape, more like upper 9-teens last year, and it just didn't happen because of how late the season went, and so I've already have that 9:19 on my belt, so that's the next goal.
Nice job, see you in the final.